Don't ruin your cruise by wasting time at the cruise ports. Seriously, folks, these offer a world of endless possibilities for adventure, culture, and relaxation, and you only have a few hours in port to make the most of this time. As a travel agent, I always encourage my clients to make a plan for the ports of call. And today, we're reviewing 4 options when visiting a port, revealing some insider tips, and discussing the benefits and drawbacks of each choice to help you make the most of every stop on your journey. And be sure to stay tuned for the last option. It might just surprise you. Let's dive in. First up, cruise line excursions. These are guided tours offered through the cruise line that provide a hassle-free way to experience the port of call, with everything from transportation to activities and sometimes even meals provided for you in a single prepaid fee. Cruise port excursions are offered for each destination and allow passengers to explore beyond the ship and immediate port. These excursions range from cultural sightseeing to historical tours to adventure activities like snorkeling, ziplining, and off-road excursions. There are a convenience factor in using the cruise line excursions, as you can book the excursions prior to boarding or once on board. Everything is handled by the excursion provider, and if you are delayed in your return to the ship by the excursion provider, the ship is much more likely to wait for your return. This convenience, however, comes at a price. Typically, you'll be paying more for these excursions. The cruise line offerings may be limited, and often the most popular excursions may be sold out. This brings us to the second option, independent excursions. Like the cruise line excursions, these provide a wide variety of guided activities to choose from while in port. They can be found through a variety of tour suppliers or through your own research on a particular destination. Frequently, the fees for these excursions will be less than what is charged through the cruise line. There is a greater selection of excursions, and it's less likely that the excursion is going to be sold out. We've provided links in the description for some of my favorite excursion providers. These independent excursions come with some cautionary notes, however. First, plan and book this in advance of your cruise, as a spur-of-the-moment contact at a random individual in the cruise port may be with an unreputable party. Second, you will be responsible for ensuring that transportation is either included with the purchase or you are clear on what you will need to do for transportation once you have arrived at the cruise port. Third, you will be responsible for verifying that the excursion you're booking will end in time for you to return to the ship prior to the required embarkation time. You don't want to show up as a peer runner on a viral video. Fourth, purchase travel insurance. And this is a good idea regardless of whether you're booking a private excursion, but it's particularly important here in order to protect your vacation investment. The proper insurance will help you offset loss resulting from injury or missing the ship embarkation time. Your third option is you can forego a guided excursion and explore the port area on your own. This is a whole different adventure. Some ports have been designed with the cruise passengers in mind. In these locations, you'll find highly developed port areas featuring shopping malls, a variety of dining options, and entertainment venues that are all within a compact and secure area. This makes it easy for you to enjoy a day of leisure without worrying about straying too far from your ship or missing your departure. On the flip side, other ports act as gateways to the local town. In these destinations, you can step off the beaten path and immerse yourself in authentic local culture, sampling regional cuisine at family-run eateries, strolling through bustling markets, and experiencing the everyday life of the locals. While exploring on your own can be incredibly rewarding, it's important to be aware of the risk. Venturing out independently means you need to be extra cautious. Keep an eye on your belongings to avoid pickpocketing and be aware of potential scams. And know your way back to the ship. One critical thing to remember is that local time at the port may not be the same as your ship's time. This difference can cause you to miss your ship's departure. To avoid this, make sure your watch and phone are set to ship time and will not change to local time. Also, set alarms or reminders and plan your route back to the ship well in advance of your embarkation time. Before we get to our final option, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell to be notified of future videos. And for some packing tips for your next cruise, be sure to watch our packing video from the Virgin Voyages cruise. The final option while in port is one of our personal favorites. Just stay on board. While in port, most of the ship's venues and eateries remain open, and there are onboard activities hosted by the ship staff. Staying on the cruise ship while at a port of call offers a stress-free and convenient way to enjoy your vacation. Most of the passengers disembark, so venues like the pool, gym, bars, and spa are uncrowded and very relaxing. You have access to all the onboard amenities without the worries of transportation or time constraints. And if you need some me time, the spa and salon services are frequently discounted while in port. Plus, you avoid the hassle of navigating unfamiliar areas or the worry of missing your ship's departure. It's an opportunity to relax and enjoy a leisurely day with everything you need right at your fingertips. Keep in mind, however, that venues such as the casinos and shops will not be open. If you bore easily, this may not be your best option. However, if you're the type that enjoys some quiet private time, this can be a great option. If you found these tips helpful, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, share in the comments your favorite port excursion or tip. And for advice on budgeting for your cruise, check out this video on what is and isn't included in your cruise fare. And remember, nothing adventured, nothing gained.